Now we'll add some rotation to the back to show more strain in the character's effort to push the crate. With as heavy as a push as this is, it's really going to be apparent that the character's upper body is going to be rotating, and again, that's going to create the illusion of more strain in this push. We'll bring back our control curves, go to our perspective view, and let's start with the center of gravity. And here, all we'll go ahead and do is animate the rotate Y. That's all we really need to focus on. Okay, so as the character is about to lift up his left foot, that's he does that just prior to around this time on frame 29. So let's go to frame 29 and we'll rotate the character slightly to the opposite direction of where we're about to turn him, just so we could add a little bit of anticipation to his turn. And then as he lifts up his left foot on frame 50, let's have him rotate now more to his right, facing us. So here's a movement we get, and when we hit play, here's how it looks. Great. That's looking good. Now, just before he's about to bring up his right foot, the body's actually going to still be rotated more towards us. Okay, so on frame 122, we'll rotate him again more towards us, like that. And then we can fix this key on frame 50, okay, to get a better flow there. And as he's lifting up his right foot, we'll shift the body, or rotate the body this time to the character's left away from the right foot on frame 143. And not as much. It's almost going to be as if he's favoring one side. So he's more as if he's favoring turning to his right rather than his left. Great. And then we could just keep this key on frame 171 and just adjust the tangency to fix the flow there. Great. So we're getting some nice turns in the upper body. Here's how it looks if we go ahead and just do a playback. All right, nice turn. And as he lifts up the right, great. But we're not done yet. We need to animate the chest too, and that's going to bring out more of that strain and also make this look more appealing. So we'll show our curves, select the chest control, and go to our perspective and graph view, and do similar fixes like what we've done with the chest, or with the center of gravity. And we'll offset a few poses here and there. So for our first pose on frame 30, we'll just go to our rotate tool so we can rotate in all directions, and we can go to more of a back view and rotate him slightly to his left. So for an anticipation, again, to his rotation to the right. And then as he's moving to the right, let's go to frame 151 and fix his chest so it's pointed a little bit more to the right direction. Great. Okay, so there's the push. And I think maybe on frame 151 we could even bring him down a little bit more in the X. And his head is going through the crate there, but we'll fix that up later. Okay. And now, what we can do here is actually have him rotate a little bit more in his chest, again for the strain, so we'll bring him down a little bit more. Great. And then by 122, just as he's about to lift up his right foot, again we'll rotate him down and a little bit more to his right. Then as he shifts his weight, or rotates his body to the left, for here we can go to about frame 148 and fix our pose so that he's turn more to his left now. All right. So here's what we get when we scrub through. Awesome. And then by 156, let's have him rotate down some more. Just exaggerating that pose on frame 148 that we gave the chest. So on 156, we'll just bring him down a little bit more there. And by 171, he's going to straighten up in his Z, so we'll just go there and put in a value of 0. Great. So with that now done, let's go through and see if we can adjust any of our tangents to get a better flow out of our animation before we go ahead and check out a play blast of it. So we can start with the X, work our way down, and we sure can. Let's adjust this key on frame 51 and also this key on frame 122 and this key on 156. And everything else looks pretty good. We'll go to the Y now, frame it up. And the Y looks pretty good. Then we're going to fix this key on 148. And we can even adjust this key on 195. Alright, let's check out the Z. And we can make some fixes here. Let's fix this key on 150 or 51, excuse me. And also this key on 75. Not too much. And that's about it. Alright, great. So with these things done, let's go ahead and render off a play blast to check out how our character's upper body is looking now. And again, we don't want to rely on just one view, so we'll start with this view and then do a back view afterwards. Here it is. Great, so this 3/4 side view looks good. Okay, and we'll try a back view. How about we render from here? Here's our results. Great, so the back view looks good. And of course we need to animate the shoulders now, okay, because of the fixes we've made in the upper body. So we'll get to that in the next lesson.